Thank you. Please be seated. Good afternoon. This is the time for the 2 p.m. calendar and initial appearance court on September 8th, 2025. The court's orders for the taking of DNA and fingerprints made on the first calendar of this month will apply to all hearings on this calendar. I will call you each up to the podium one at a time. Please listen for your name. I'm then going to announce whoever is up next. Please sit in the chair that's right outside of the courtroom. I'll let you know what you've been arrested for, what your next court dates are, and any release conditions that I'm ordering today. Let's begin with William Anjares to the podium and Jacob Winters to the chair, please. Good morning, may I have your name, or good afternoon, may I have your name and date of birth?
William J. Monjaras, May 28, 1982.
Thank you. We are here today on two different cases. The first is a Superior Court new case and then a failure to appear bench warrant. On your new case, you were arrested on allegations of narcotic drug possession, class 4 felony. I will find probable cause. I will appoint you an attorney on your new case, and then I will affirm the attorney that was already appointed to represent you in the failure to appear bench warrant. I am going to set a status conference on both cases on September 15th at 8:30, a preliminary hearing on September 17th at 8:30. Those will be in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to affirm the bond in your failure to appear warrant. That's a $500 secured bond. Because you were on felony release on that case when the new allegations allegedly occurred, I do have to hold you non-bondable on your new case. So don't post bond on your failure to appear since you're being held non-bondable in the new case. I am setting an evidentiary hearing on September 15th at 1:30 p.m. Talk with your attorney. Your attorney can ask for your release at that point in time. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
I do not.
Okay, grab your paperwork to your left and have a seat.
Thank you.
Jacob Winters to the podium and Calvin Wyatt to the chair, please.
Here.
Good morning. May I have your name and date of birth?
Jacob Winters, 13091.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of 1 count of unlawful imprisonment, class 6 felony, 1 count of assault, class 1 misdemeanor, 6 counts of threatening or intimidating, class 1 misdemeanors, 6 counts of disorderly conduct, class 1 misdemeanors, 1 count of criminal damage, class 1 misdemeanor, and 2 counts of preventing or interfering with a telephone in an emergency, class 2 misdemeanor. I will find probable cause as to all of these allegations, and I will appoint you an attorney. I am setting a status conference on September 15th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on September 17th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a cash bond today in the amount of $100,000. If you do post bond, I am ordering pretrial services, supervision, and electronic monitoring to be installed prior to your release. I'm also ordering alcohol testing and monitoring to be conducted by pretrial services should you post that bond. Ms. Sauer, I did just see that you connected and turned your camera on. I apologize if you were appearing on this one. Were you appearing on this today?
It was, Your Honor. Dawn Sauer on behalf of the state.
Thank you. I did just go over some release conditions, Ms. Sauer. Did you want to be heard on any release conditions before I make my final order?
I believe I heard it was $100,000 cash only. Is the court adding in no possessing a firearm and no contact with the victims?
I was inclined to do so. I hadn't yet ordered that.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. I'm also going to order that you not return to the scene of any alleged crime, no contact with any listed victim, complainant, or witness, no weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must obey any terms of any order of protection or order against harassment that has been or will be issued. Finally, I am ordering that you may not reside at the same location as any listed victim. If you do share a common residence, you must find an alternative place to stay and bring proof to your next court date. All that information is going to be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions about what I'm ordering today? Ms. Sauer, anything else from the state?
I'm not sure if I heard electronic monitoring, Your Honor.
I did order that, Ms. Sauer.
Okay, great. Nothing else. Thank you.
Thank you. Sir, all that will be in your paperwork. Go ahead and grab that to your left and take a seat. And Ms. Sauer, I do apologize again. I didn't realize you were appearing on that one, so that is my fault. Were you appearing on any other cases today?
That was it. That was it. Thank you.
Okay. Feel free to stick around or disconnect at any time.
Okay.
Calvin Wyatt to the podium and Fernando Robles to the chair, please. Good afternoon. May I have your name and date of birth?
Calvin Andrew Wyatt, 12/18/92.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on the allegations of possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, Class 4 felony, aggravated DUI, wrong way driving, Class 4 felony, unlawful flight from law enforcement, Class 5 felony, and reckless driving, Class 1 misdemeanor. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney. I am setting a status conference on September 15th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on September 17th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond today in the amount of $25,000. That does mean you can use a bonding company. If you do post bond, I am ordering that pretrial services supervises you in the community, that they install an electronic monitor on you prior to your release, and that they conduct alcohol testing and monitoring as a condition of your release. I'm also ordering that you not possess any weapons, no drugs without a valid prescription, no possessing or consuming any alcohol, and no driving without a valid driver's license. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, grab your paperwork to your left and have a seat. Fernando Robles to the podium, and Caleb Arona to the chair, please. Good afternoon. May I have your name and date of birth?
Fernando Robles, 3/23/1995.
Thank you. We are here today on two different out-of-county warrants out of the Navajo County Superior Court. I will appoint an attorney to represent you on both of these cases. I am setting them both for an arraignment hearing in the Navajo County Superior Court on September 11th at 8:30 a.m. It is for failing to appear in your Navajo County case, so I am going to affirm the bond in both warrants. It's a $10,000 bond on each case, so $20,000 total. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not possess any weapons, no drugs without a valid prescription, and no driving without a valid driver's license. Also, because your hearing will be in Navajo County, if you do post that bond, make sure that you do get up to Navajo County for that hearing. All that information is going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
They were supposed to be quashed. How do I go about calling my attorney to get them quashed?
So you will have access to a phone when you get over to processing. As of this morning, they were verified, so it does look like it's a valid warrant as of right now, but it's possible that there's something going on with the paperwork. So talk to your attorney if they are quashed. If Navajo County does withdraw the hold on these, then you should be released.
All right, thank you.
Not a problem. Grab your paperwork and have a seat.
We'll bring your paperwork over in a minute.
Caleb Arona to the podium, and Iran Peralta to the chair, please. Good afternoon. May I have your name and date of birth?
Caleb Arona, 2/20/06.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on the allegations of attempted burglary, Class 3 felony, and criminal trespassing, Class 1 misdemeanor. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney. I am setting a status conference on September 15th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on September 17th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond today in the amount of $5,000. If you do post bond, I am ordering that pretrial services supervises you in the community and that they install an ankle monitor on you prior to your release. I'm also ordering as a part of your release that you not return to the scene of any alleged crime, no contact with any listed victim, complainant, or witness, no weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and no driving without a valid driver's license. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, grab your paperwork to your left and have a seat. Iran Peralta to the podium and Timothy Zelkovich to the chair, please. Good afternoon. May I have your name and date of birth?
Iran Josue Peralta, February 14/78.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of aggravated assault, Class 4 felony, criminal trespassing, Class 6 felony, and disorderly conduct, Class 1 misdemeanor. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney. I am setting a status conference on September 15th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on September 17th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured appearance bond today in the amount of $2,500. If you do post bond, I am ordering that pretrial services supervises you in the community and they install an electronic monitor on you prior to your release. I'm also ordering that you not return to the scene of any alleged crime, no contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness, no possessing any weapons, and no drugs without a valid prescription. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, grab the paperwork to your left and have a seat. Timothy Zelkovich to the podium and Sean McNinney to the chair, please. Good afternoon. May I have your name and date of birth?
Timothy Zelkovich, July 19th, 1994.
Thank you. We are here today on three different cases. The first is a Superior Court arrest warrant. You were charged with 2 counts of aggravated DUI, license suspended or revoked for DUI, which is a Class 4 felony on each case. That was from an offense date listed as November of 2024. I will appoint you an attorney in Maricopa County for this case, and I will set a status conference on September 15th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on September 17th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. We're also here today on two different misdemeanor cases. The first is a justice court case out of the West Mesa Justice Court for an extreme DUI allegation. I'll appoint you an attorney in that case as well and set an arraignment hearing in the West Mesa Justice Court on September 11th at 8:30. And then finally, an out-of-county warrant of the Apache Junction Justice Court for a case involving failing to pay on your reckless driving case. I will appoint you an attorney in that case as well and set an arraignment hearing on September 11th at 8:30 in the Apache Junction Justice Court. I will appoint you an attorney on all three matters. I am setting a secured bond in your Apache Junction case in the amount of $50, a $500 bond on your West Mesa Justice Court case, and then a $1,500 bond on your Superior Court case. So you have a total bond of $2,050. If you do post bond, I am ordering that pretrial services supervises you in the community, and they conduct both alcohol and drug testing and monitoring. They'll set that up for you. I'm also going to order that you not have contact with any of the arresting officers, no weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and no driving without a valid driver's license. The only thing I'd like to tell you is that the court dates were automatically set for your West Mesa Justice Court case and your Apache Junction case. They were both set at the same day and time on September 11th at 8:30, so you will need to call one of them to get them rescheduled. Doesn't matter which one you call, just make sure that since they're on the same day and time, you can't be in two places at once. So I don't have the ability to change those dates since they're automatically set, but call the court, they should be able to accommodate.
All right, thank you.
Okay, all that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
Just on the original, you told me for Superior Court, the F4 is 2 DUIs?
Two different counts of aggravated DUI, correct.
Okay. It's just 1 DUI, but 2 different counts, right?
So talk with your attorney about that. It gets a little
Okay.
strange. It could be one incident. It's listed as the same day and time. I don't have the alleged facts in that case in front of me, but your attorney will have that information for you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, grab your paperwork to your left and have a seat.
Timothy? Here you go.
Sean McNitty to the podium, and I'll dare Hinojos to the chair, please. Good afternoon. May I have your name and date of birth?
It's Sean McGinnity, and March 19th of 1991, sir.
Thank you. We are here today on a probation violation warrant for violating term 5 of your probation. I will appoint you an attorney to represent you. I am setting a probation revocation arraignment hearing on September 15th at 8:30. That's in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to affirm the bond in the warrant. That's a $1,000 secured bond. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must contact probation within 72 hours of your release. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
Well, I'm indigent, sir. Is there any way I can get a reduction in the bond?
So when setting bond amounts, it's more than just whether you're indigent. There's about 15 different factors when setting bond and release conditions that I have to take in consideration. What I'm taking into consideration here is what was in the warrant. So the assigned judicial officer had put a $1,000 bond on you when this warrant was issued. But as of right now, probation is reporting, at least as of now, that you did not receive prior approval before changing residences, and that you have decided to essentially move without permission to do so. So talk with your attorney about that. I am going to affirm the bond right now without additional information, but your attorney can ask for a modification at the next hearing if that's appropriate.
Well, I'm homeless, so I don't really have an address. I don't know how it's changing an address. I only went up north to try and not die in the heat.
So talk with your attorney about that. Like I said, your attorney can ask for a modification at the next hearing if that's appropriate.
Okay. And if I can convince my family to post the bond, do they get it back if I show up for the court?
Correct, yes. That is just to secure your appearance at court. So if you do secure your appearance and the case is closed, then that bond would be returned.
Okay.
Any other questions?
No, not this time.
Okay, grab your paperwork to your left and have a seat. I'll dare Hinojos to the podium and Michael Vadamanuik to the chair, please. Good afternoon. May I have your name and date of birth?
Yeah, it's Lady Hinojos, 12/20/1994.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of narcotic drug possession, Class 4 felony, drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony, driving with a suspended license, Class 1 misdemeanor, and resisting arrest, passive resistance, Class 1 misdemeanor. I will find probable cause except for the drug paraphernalia allegation. I was not provided with enough information for that allegation today. Doesn't mean the state can't charge you with that down the line, but for today's purposes, I'm not finding probable cause on that allegation. I am appointing you an attorney, so talk with your attorney about what that means moving forward. I am setting a status conference on September 15th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on September 17th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I will issue a secured appearance bond today in the amount of $500. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and no driving without a valid driver's license. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, grab the paperwork to your left and have a seat.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Michael Daramuniak to the podium, and Roy Regis Williams to the chair, please. Sir, are you going to be okay standing up, or do we need to get you a chair?
It's all right.
Okay, I just don't want you to fall over. If you feel uneasy, just tell me, okay? We are here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of narcotic drug possession, Class 4 felony, and drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony. I will find probable cause, and I will appoint you an attorney. I am setting a status conference on September 15th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on September 17th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond today in the amount of $500. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not possess any weapons, no drugs without a valid prescription, and no driving without a valid driver's license. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
There's no page 2, correct?
As of right now, I don't see one. This is the only one that you're here for.
Okay, thank you.
Not a problem. Grab your paperwork to your left and have a seat.
Also one more thing, actually. I didn't start working yet or anything. Is there any way to get a lower bond or an OR or something?
So as of right now, I am going to set that at $500. However, I am appointing you an attorney. Your attorney can ask for a modification at the next hearing if that's appropriate. I do have to take into consideration about 15 different things according to the law when I set release conditions. I am concerned because you have 4 total failures to appear and 8 felony convictions in the last about 10 years. So I do have some concerns that if I were to release you on less onerous means that you would not appear to court. So go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and have a seat.
And the 500, it's got to be cash on?
No, it's secured. You can go through a bonding company. Roy Regis Williams to the podium, and David White to the chair, please. Good afternoon. May I have your name and date of birth?
Rodriguez Williams, 6/12/85.
Thank you. We are here today on a failure to appear bench warrant on a case involving drug paraphernalia. I will affirm the attorney that was already appointed to represent you in this case. I am setting a probation revocation arraignment hearing on September 15th at 8:30. That's in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to affirm the bond in the probation violation failure to appear warrant. That's a $250 secured bond. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must contact probation within 72 hours of your release. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
That warrant, I was in prison for that.
Let me take a look.
For that warrant that's on there. And they keep putting out a warrant for that.
Give me 1 second here, okay?
Better run court? No. So I'm going to be doing court escort.
So were you just in custody on another case, or were you actually at like the Department of Corrections?
I was in prison.
Okay. Was that a Maricopa County case?
Yes.
Do you remember what case it was on?
I was in prison for aggravated identity theft.
Okay, give me 1 second, okay?
So not all the time, the full case number being, so instead of the last 3, I look for second to last. So 608. 608.
So, sir, what I'm looking at here, I do show that where you were sentenced to 2.5 years on your aggravated taking the identity of another case. I do also show on this case, you were seen in this court on May 24th of this year, and you were released on your own recognizance.
Yes, it is for the same
So are
thing.
you saying that between the 24th and the 30th, you were put back in prison?
No, they're supposed to take that warrant, they're supposed to take that off of there, because I was in prison when I did that. I went to prison and got out in August.
Okay.
But they're supposed to take that case off, that shoplifting thing. They're supposed to get rid of that.
So I don't have any shoplifting case.
Yeah, for the failure to appear one.
The failure to appear was on your probation case. This is not on a shoplifting case.
I thought that was a shoplifting case.
So as of right now, without seeing any proof that you were actually in custody, I am inclined to order that bond be posted. However, if you were in custody and your attorney can make an argument that you were in custody, the court will entertain that at the next hearing. But as of right now, there's nothing that I see on your pending cases that you were in DOC custody when this warrant was issued.
Okay, and I have missed the court, right, but I sent them, I emailed a letter to the judge, but they never emailed me back and told me the court date.
So you were in this court in May on the 24th, and you were given a piece of paper that had your court date on it. I don't show anything here that any type of email or letter was filed with the court.
Yes, I sent the email.
I don't have any doubt that you sent an email. However, that would not have been to the court, or else it would be on this docket. So like I said, and without further information, I'm going to go ahead and order that bond. But like I said, talk with your attorney. If there is cause, it's possible that bond could go away. Okay? Grab your paperwork to your left and have a seat.
William, right? There you go, right there.
David White to the podium, and Clyde Young to the chair, please. Good afternoon. May I have your name and date of birth?
Yes, sir. David White.
And your date of birth?
1776.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of dangerous drug possession, Class 4 felony, and drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony. I will find probable cause, and I will appoint you an attorney. I am setting a status conference on September 15th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on September 17th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond today in the amount of $250. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. You must contact your probation officer within 72 hours of your release. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Did you have a question?
Yes, I do. You said the security bond is $250?
Correct.
That's so low. I mean, I've worked, Your Honor, I've been compliant with my probation. I do have, I'm currently on probation, and the thing that the warrant that they arrested me on is one that stems from my previous probation that I already completed.
Well,
At Maricopa.
this isn't a warrant. You're here today on new felony charges.
Oh no, I understand that. I completely understand that. Listen, I'm an addict, man. I know what happened. Okay, but I'll appear in my stuff. I have a job. It's just God. I make good money. I finally got this job. I've got, I plead you that I'll comply with everything. I just can't come up with the 250. I don't have anybody to call. The support group is what I don't have.
No, I understand, sir, but this is what I have to take in consideration.
I know.
There's about 15 different factors according to the law that I have to look at. One of the things that I'm concerned about is you're currently on probation for similar allegations.
Yes.
You have six prior failures to appear to court, and you have 5 prior felony convictions.
Well, when were the failure to appear though? Oh, about 20 years ago, right?
I mean, they're
way old. They're really old. They're grown up since then.
And that's why I'm going as low as I am on the bond. But I do have to take all of that in consideration. Now, I don't want you to lose your job.
I'm going to lose it.
That's definitely not the court's goal here, but I do have some concerns if I were to release you on less onerous means.
I've been compliant with my probation. I'm checking every month. That's why this warrant throws me back. I check in every month. Don't you think they'd arrest me or something? Listen, Your Honor, I don't want more trouble. But I do want to make a living, man. And this job is something that I've been working for forever, and I've had it for about a week now. If I don't show up for days and days and days, they're not going to be understanding. I'm going to lose my job. It's one of those things. I will show up. You said, it's 20 years ago.
I appreciate what you're telling me.
Okay, fine.
But that's going to be my order today.
I got you.
Go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and have a seat.
All right. Well, thank you. Sorry.
No, you're good. You grab your paperwork and have a seat.
Okay. And then is there more? Like I'm on hold for Mesa or something like that, or
I don't have anything else for you today on this case.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's any other holds.
Okay. Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
Clyde Young to the podium. And Jose Galindo to the chair, please. Good afternoon. May I have your name and date of birth?
Clyde Young, April 25th, 1983.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of dangerous drug possession, Class 4 felony, and drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney. I am setting a status conference on September 15th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on September 17th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond today in the amount of $250. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must contact probation within 72 hours of your release. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
Yes, sir. Is there any way that I can do the OR, because I have scheduled for get prostate cancer done for testing because I have an enlarged prostate, and it's been difficult for me to urinate and stuff. And I would like to continue with my appointment with that. And I also have I was supposed to go today to the Bronte East apartment complex to finish my application status for me to get Section 8 housing there. And I would like to continue with that too. And I don't know if I'll be able to raise up $250 to bail out so I can handle my affairs that's needed for me to handle.
And so, sir, what I'm taking a look at here, I'm looking at your probation notes and your history on probation. It does look like that you just had a violation of your probation recently. It does look like there were felony allegations from March that you were looking at. And also, I'm looking here, it looks like there's 2 different holds as well for bonds out of other jurisdictions. So as of right now, I am going to order that $250 bond in this case. However, I am appointing you an attorney. Your attorney can ask for a modification if that's appropriate at your next hearing, but that is going to be my order today.
All right.
Okay?
You know, the reason why is because they had, the police arrested me for aggravated assault that I got filed not guilty for. And the people that identified me, I'm just now finding out who those people was. And man, it's like a fiasco of bitch that's been happening in my life, and I'm really trying to get away from those people because it's my ex-girlfriend and my roommate. That's the reason why I need to hurry up and get up out of that situation and get my belongings from up over there, because it's kind of like the reason why I'm up in this situation now.
And sir, I understand that might be the case. I have no reason to doubt you on that, but those are going to be my orders today. Okay. Go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and have a seat. Jose Galindo to the podium, and Ramon Valenzuela to the chair, please. Good afternoon. May I have your name and date of birth?
Jose Guadalupe Dominguez Galindo, December 7, 1995.
Thank you. We are here today on a Justice Court warrant out of the Country Meadows Justice Court for a case involving driving with a suspended license. I will set an arraignment hearing in the Country Meadows Justice Court on September 25th at 8:30 a.m. This is a failure to pay warrant, so I don't know if there's some sort of payment arrangement that you were on. As of this point in time, I am going to release you on your own recognizance to appear at your next court date. You will need to contact the Country Meadows Justice Court to see if any type of payment arrangements can be made. As a part of your release today, I am ordering that you not possess any drugs without a valid prescription and no driving without a valid driver's license. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
Yes, sir. So this is something that's every single time I miss a payment, it goes back to a warrant. But it's just that either my client declines it or something like that. But it's an on-continued thing. Is there a way I can actually do something about it?
I mean, the best way is to make sure your payment's made every month.
Yes.
Because every time you miss a payment,
It's just every time. And then when I come to court and then when I get arrested and I go in there, I always get in trouble. Like, why were you arrested for this warrant? Why does this warrant gets reactivated if you just need to make a payment?
That would probably be a better question for the Country Meadows Justice Court, since they're the one issuing the warrant.
Perfect.
Okay.
This is the only question I have.
Not a problem. Have your paperwork to your left and have a seat. Ramon Valenzuela to the podium, and John Longo to the chair, please. Good afternoon. May I have your name and date of birth?
Ramon Valenzuela, 3/4/1974.
Thank you. We are here today on a municipal court warrant out of the Goodyear Municipal Court on a case involving failing to appear in a excessive speeding. I am setting an arraignment hearing in the Goodyear Municipal Court on September 24th at 1 p.m. I am going to release you today on your own recognizance. That's a promise to appear at your next court date. As a part of your release, I am ordering that you not have contact with the arresting officers, no drugs without a valid prescription, and no driving without a valid driver's license.
Yes, sir.
All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, if I pay all the fines right now,
I still have to go to the court date, right?
Correct.
Okay, that's all I wanna know.
Okay, grab your paperwork to your left and have a seat.
Thank you, sir.
John Longo to the podium, and Clint Waters to the chair, please. Good afternoon, may I have your name and date of birth?
John Longo, 11/09/1992.
Thank you. We are here today on a Justice Court warrant out of the East Mesa Justice Court. It's for a case involving criminal trespassing, Class 3 misdemeanor. I am setting an arraignment hearing in the East Mesa Justice Court on September 24th at 9 a.m. It does look like this is a failure to pay warrant. I am going to release you today on your own recognizance. Just contact the East Mesa Justice Court about what is still outstanding. I'm also ordering that as a part of your release that you not possess any drugs without a valid prescription, no driving without a valid driver's license, and make sure you get to your next court date. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
Not at all.
Okay, grab your paperwork to your
Thank
left and have a seat. Clint Waters to the podium, and Jesus Duarte to the chair, please. Good afternoon. May I have your name and date of birth?
Clint Waters, 11/06/84.
Thank you. We are here today on a Justice Court new case out of the South Mountain Justice Court. You were arrested on allegations of driving with a suspended license, which is a Class 1 misdemeanor. I will find probable cause. I am setting an arraignment hearing in the South Mountain Justice Court on September 24th at 9 a.m. I am going to release you today on your own recognizance. That's a promise to appear at your next court date. As a part of your release, I am ordering that you not possess any drugs without a valid prescription and no driving until further order of this court. All this is going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, grab your paperwork to your left and have a seat. Jesus Duarte to the podium, and Dakota Sibley to the chair, please. Good afternoon. May I have your name and date of birth?
Good afternoon, my name is Jesus Duarte, February 13, 2002.
Thank you. We are here today on a Justice Court new case out of the Kyrene Justice Court. You were arrested on allegations of driving with a suspended license, Class 1 misdemeanor, reckless driving, Class 2 misdemeanor, exceeding the posted speed limit by more than 20 miles per hour, Class 3 misdemeanor. I will find probable cause. I am setting an arraignment hearing in the Kyrene Justice Court on September 29th at 9:30 a.m. I am going to release you today on your own recognizance. That's a promise to appear at that court date. As a part of your release, I'm also ordering that you not possess any drugs without a valid prescription, and you're not to drive any motor vehicle until further order of the court. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions? Okay, grab the paperwork to your left and have a seat.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Dakota Sibley to the podium. Good afternoon. May I have your name and date of birth?
Dakota Sibley, 07082004.
Thank you. We are here today on a Justice Court warrant out of the West Mesa Justice Court. It is for a case involving reckless driving, Class 2 misdemeanor. I am setting an arraignment hearing in the West Mesa Justice Court on September 23rd at 8:30 a.m. I am going to release you today on your own recognizance. That's a promise to appear at your next court date. It does look like this is a failure to pay warrant. So contact the West Mesa Justice Court for what's outstanding. As a part of your release, I am ordering that you not possess any drugs without a valid prescription, no driving without a valid driver's license, and you have to go to that next court date on the 23rd. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and have a seat.
Thank you.
The final matter on the calendar is for Ryan Lentler. I do believe that he is currently in Lower Buckeye Jail. I will conduct his initial appearance virtually. We're here today on an out-of-county warrant out of the Apache Junction Justice Court for a failure to appear. I will appoint an attorney to represent him out of the Apache Junction Justice Court. And set an arraignment hearing on September 11th at 8:30 a.m. I will affirm the cash-only bond in the Justice Court warrant for $1,000. I will conduct his initial appearance over the phone and make sure that he is provided with a copy of his release conditions. If I do need to make any modifications or changes, I will do so either on the record or in writing. That does conclude the 2 p.m. calendar. We will stand in recess until 5 p.m.
We are all set. Okay. And the Spanish interpreter is connected. Oh, okay. Hello, this is the 5 p.m. initial appearance calendar for September the 8th of 2025. The court's order for the taking of DNA and fingerprints that was given on the first calendar of this month shall apply to all matters on this calendar.
Buenas tardes, este es el calendario de comparecencia inicial de las 5 de la tarde del día 8 de septiembre de 2025. Sorry. Las órdenes del tribunal de que la oficina del comisario les tome sus huellas dactilares y muestras de ADN que fueron realizadas en el calendario del primer día del mes deberán de aplicarse a todas las causas de este calendario.
And then, Francisco Ramirez, she is the first person that needs the interpreter? Yes. Okay, great. No, I just wanted to make sure the first one I'm calling is the one that needed you, Mr. Interpreter.
Ok, Your Honor. Francisco Ramírez, si gusta pasar.
No, I don't believe that's who got in front of me. Francisco Ramirez.
Fran.
Yeah?
Sí.
Commissioner, you're in a different document. I know, that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I know, that's what I figured out. The picture did not match the person in front of me. Okay, so let's see. Interpreter, could you please state your name and your number, if you have one?
Yes, Your Honor. Roberto Wilson, court interpreter. I am a staff interpreter, Your Honor.
Oh, thank you. And could you please state your name for the defendant in front of me?
Señor, ¿nos puede dar su nombre completo para el acta, por favor?
¿Cómo dice?
¿Nos puede dar su nombre completo para el acta?
Francisco Javier Ramírez Díaz.
Francisco Javier Ramírez. Sí, ya.
Sillas.
Okay. Sir, you have 3 cases in front of me today.
Señor, usted está presente el día de hoy por 3 casos.
And, oh, I need. This helps. Okay. You have number 9, 10, and 11 on the calendar.
Sus casos son 9, 10 y 11 en el calendario del día de hoy.
I'm going to start with number 9.
Vamos a iniciar con el caso número 9.
What is your date of birth?
¿Cuál es su fecha de nacimiento, señor?
7 de junio del 2002.
June 7, 2002.
That is the same date of birth I have on all 3 of the cases.
Es la misma fecha de nacimiento que tenemos para los 3 casos.
Now, as I stated, going back to number 9.
Como le comenté, vamos a iniciar con el caso que está marcado como número 9.
You are here on a warrant for a justice court, for Santan Justice Court.
Está presente en ese caso por una orden de arresto que tiene del Tribunal de Paz de Santán.
Now, okay, I'm going to take a look at that warrant again.
Déjeme revisar la orden de arresto.
Yeah. It is for post-adjudication for failing to pay in a case in Santan Justice Court. It is a warrant in the amount of $787.52.
Sí, es una orden de arresto por no haber realizado el pago que se le dio después de una sentencia en el tribunal, en el juzgado de paz de Santán, y la multa o el pago que tiene que realizar es de $787.50.
You have an arraignment set on September the 10th at 8:30 a.m.
Usted tiene una vista en Cuatoria a las el día. Sorry, Your Honor, could you repeat again, please?
Yes, he has an arraignment set on September the 10th at 8:30 a.m.
Tiene una vista en Cuatoria el día 10 de septiembre a las 8:30 de la mañana.
On his next case,
El siguiente
it
caso,
is, actually on his other two cases, he failed to show up for sentencing.
de hecho
en
son para
Superior
los dos
Court.
siguientes casos, no se presentó a su imposición de pena en el Tribunal Superior.
He has a warrant in each of these cases in the amount of $2,500.
Tiene dos fianzas en estos casos en la suma de $2,500.
He has existing counsel in these cases. He has a court set on September the 15th at 8:30 a.m.
Usted tiene asignados abogados para estos dos casos y usted tiene su próxima audiencia en el Tribunal Superior el día 15 de septiembre a las 8:30 de la mañana.
That is the same in both cases.
Y es lo mismo para los dos casos.
Let me go back to going to 10. The charges are one count of disorderly conduct with a weapon as a Class 6 felony.
Y las acusaciones que tiene usted en el caso número 10 es una acusación de alteración del orden público con un arma o instrumento mortal, que es un delito clase 6.
And one count of shoplifting as a misdemeanor.
Y una acusación de robo en tienda, lo cual es una falta.
The offense happening on September 15th of 2023.
Y la acusación tiene fecha 15 de septiembre de 2025.
On number 11, the count was one count of disorderly conduct with a weapon as a Class 6 felony happening with the date of violation on March 2nd of 2023.
En el caso 11 tiene una acusación de alteración del orden público utilizando un arma o instrumento mortal, lo cual es un delito clase 6, que supuestamente ocurrió el día 2 de marzo del 2023.
As I stated, the bond in each of those is $2,500.
Y como le comenté, la fianza en cada uno de esos casos es de $2,500.
Just go to the left and you'll get your paperwork.
Si gusta pasar a la izquierda para recoger sus documentos.
And thank you so much for your help.
Your Honor, would you like me to make a general call to make sure there's no other interpreter matter?
Yes, please.
Thank you. ¿Habrá alguna otra persona que requiera los servicios de intérprete en español?
Is there anybody? No answer. Okay. It appears that there's nobody who needs you, but thank you so very much for asking.
No problem. Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm going to call Jill Anderson to the podium, and Matthew Larea to go to the chair at the door. Hello. Hi. Thank you. And Ms. Anderson, can you please state your full name?
Sure, it's Jill Christine Anderson.
And your date of birth?
It is March 14, 1973.
Thank you. You are being charged with one count of aggravated assault as a Class 4 felony. I did find that there was probable cause for that charge. I am going to be appointing counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on the 9 looks like a 3 for a second.
That's okay.
So obviously September 15th at 8:30 a.m. You have preliminary hearing set on September the 17th at 8:30 a.m. I'm going to set a secured appearance bond in the amount of $50,000. Okay, and
Wait, what was that? I'm sorry.
I'm setting a bond in the amount of secured appearance bond so you can use the bonding company for the amount of $50,000. You are not to return to the scene of the alleged crime. You may not reside at the same location as the alleged victim, even if you're an owner or renter of the residence. So that can be changed later on, during the pendency of your case, but right now you cannot reside at the same location. So just review your paperwork, okay?
Yeah, can I pick up my keys in my car?
You may have one civil standby with a law enforcement officer as permitted to collect your belongings, okay?
Okay.
All right, so just go to the left and get your paperwork. Matthew, Olave, please come to the podium. Oh, you know what? I need to edit this. I thought I made changes, and then apparently they weren't changed. The prosecutor just wanted a $500 fine, $500 bond. Okay. So we'll do him right now. Did it now? Okay. Yes. But I thought I changed it earlier. Okay. So I can tell you that I actually had a much higher bond on you, but after seeing the recommendation from the state, I'm making the change right now. That's one electronic monitoring. I need to make a change again because they did actually want electronic monitoring though. So I'm going to reduce the bond, but I'm going to include electronic monitoring to be installed before your release. Oh, hold on, I think I need to. Maybe that was the problem. There. Sorry, yeah, I just did it again. Okay, so let's go through this again. Sir, what's your full name?
Matthew Lavrio, Olave,
Okay, and your date of birth?
June 5th, 2001.
All right, now you have, you're being charged with one count of failing to stay with an accident where there had been a death or injury as a class 5 felony, 5 counts of endangerment as a class 6 felony, 1 count of failing to stay with an accident or attended vehicle as a class 1 misdemeanor. I am finding probable cause for these charges. I am appointing counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on September the 15th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on September the 17th at 8:30 a.m. And I've got to say I did have a much higher bond set. However, the state is recommending a $500 bond. However, if you get bond, that there would be pre-trust, basically they'd be put on electronic monitoring. So I am going to follow the state's recommendation and reduce your bond to $500. So I'm making those changes. You are not to initiate contact with any alleged victim or complainant or witness. All right, just go to your left and get that paperwork. Sarah Haynes to the podium. Christian Mancilis to the chair. Hello. Okay, could you please state your full name?
Sarah Colleen Haynes,
Thank you. And your date of birth?
June 26, 1984.
All right, now you are being charged with 1 count of aggravated assault. Aggravated domestic violence, the class 5 felony, and 2 counts of disobeying and resisting an order as mandated, the class 1 misdemeanor. I did find that there were probable cause for these charges. I am going to appoint counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on September the 15th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on September the 17th at 8:30 a.m. I am going to set a secured appearance bond in the amount of $5,000. And actually, this is lower than what the state was recommending. But I saw what you were stating to the police. I listened, I just felt that this was appropriate. So there is still, it's still actually kind of a higher bond than a lot, but it's definitely much lower than what the state was actually requesting.
Thank you very much.
Okay, but I will leave this here, so make sure that you keep showing up for court.
Absolutely.
Because otherwise they're going to definitely,
Yes, Your Honor.
change the bond. Okay, all right, so just go to your left and get your paperwork.
Thank you so much.
Oh, and you don't have the same address as the victim, correct? You're not
No.
staying with the victim, okay.
No.
So that's why I did not include that part in here, because you don't. Yes, but definitely I put in here, you must obey by the terms of the order of protection. Because you may not have thought that order of protection was in place, but do not have any contact.
There's different family court orders and then probation orders. And
I'm just letting you know right now,
absolutely.
any order of protection, do not consider it in place, okay?
Of course. Thank you.
All right. Christian Mireles Mancelas. Hello. Could you please state your full name
Christian Mireles Mancias,
and your date of birth?
September 14, 2005.
And you have two cases before me today. Oh, by the way, Richard Williams to the chair. And, okay, so you have two cases before me today. And you have number 6 and number 16. I'm going to start with number 6. It is one count of burglary in the second degree as a class 3 felony, one count of possessing or using a narcotic drug as a class 4 felony, one count of criminal trespassing in the first degree in a residential yard as a class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for these charges, and I am going to appoint counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on September the 15th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on September the 17th at 8:30 a.m. I'm setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $7,500. You're not to return to the scene of the alleged crime, nor to have any initiate contact with the alleged victims or complainant or witnesses. Now, on your other case, it is a page 2 that you are warned for violating your probation. I am appointing counsel to represent you. You have probation revocation hearings set on September the 15th at 8:30 a.m., and I'm setting a secured appearance bond in that case in the amount of $500. Right? Just go to your left to get that paperwork. Richard Williams to the podium. Anthony McDonald to the chair. Hello, sir. Now, you have two cases. One is a justice court case and one is a probation case. No, let me just double check. Yes. Okay. So, on the justice court case, you have new charges, one count of public nuisance as a misdemeanor, one count of resisting arrest as a class 1 misdemeanor, and one count of criminal trespassing as a class 3 misdemeanor. I am appointing counsel to represent you. You have an arraignment set on September the 11th at 8:30 a.m. and a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250. On the probation case, you have a warrant for violating your probation. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't believe I actually got your name. Let's start with your name.
Richard James Williams,
And your date of birth?
3/1888.
Thanks. And you have a warrant for violating your probation? And yes, you have a warrant for violating probation. I am appointing counsel to represent you. And you have probation revocation hearings set on September the 15th at 8:30 a.m. And I'm setting a secured appearance bond in this case in the amount of $500. Okay. Then yes, if you want to, just go to your left and get your paperwork. Anthony? Yes, I did his justice court one first. But thanks for checking, because honestly, yeah, I initially didn't get his name. So I had to go back and get his name. Yeah. I just haven't been so good. 6 weeks or so. So it's like trying to get back into the groove. It's like, well, okay. So, sir, can you please state your full name?
Anthony McDonald,
Thank you. Your date of birth?
4602.
Thank you. And you have a warrant for violating your probation. I'm going to appoint counsel to represent you. You have probation revocation hearings on September the 15th at 8:30 a.m., and I'm going to set a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250.
Okay. How much, Tom?
Just $250.
Okay, thank you.
I'm sorry, what?
I said, okay, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Just go to your left, you'll get your paperwork. Oh, yes, if you're released, be sure to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. Yes, that's for everybody who's on probation. Be sure to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. If you're on IPS, be sure to contact your probation officer within 24 hours. Okay? You can go on out. Crystal Franco, please come to the podium. Pamela Wells, please go to the chair. Hello. Can you please state your full name?
Crystal Janelle Franco.
Thank you. Your date of birth?
December 4th, 1983.
Thank you. You have a warrant for violating your probation. Actually, I have 2 cases here. It looks like they're both page 2s, so we'll check that out. But on this one, which is number 17 on the docket, as I stated, it's a warrant for violating your probation, or page 2 for violating your probation. I am going to appoint counsel to represent you. You have probation revocation arraignment in a possible disposition set on September the 15th at 8:30, and I'm going to set a secured appearance bond in the amount of, oh, actually, already had it. It was set for $100.
Okay.
Your other one, it is also a warrant for violating your probation. I'm appointing counsel to represent you. You have, and it is the same name and date of birth.
Yes, ma'am.
On that case as well. And that's why I'm not saying the name and date of birth again. And you have in probation revocation hearings set on the same date and time, September the 15th at 8:30 a.m. And on this one, the other one was a $100 bond. On this one, it's a $250 bond.
Okay, so total,
$350.
Okay.
All right. Go to your left, you'll get your paperwork. Pamela Wells to the podium. Peter Gonzalez to the chair. Hello.
Hello.
Can you please state your full name?
Yes, it's Pamela Faye Wells.
Thank you. And your date of birth?
11/9/1976.
Thank you. You have a warrant for violating your probation. I am appointing counsel to represent you. You have a probation revocation arraignment with possible disposition on September the 15th at 8:30, and it's a secured appearance bond in the amount of $150.
How much?
$150.
Okay, thank you.
All right, you're welcome. And if you do get released, be sure to contact your probation officer within 72 hours.
Okay, thank you.
All right, have a good one. Peter Gonzalez, please come to the podium. Calvin West, please go to the chair. Hello. And can you please state your full name?
Peter Paul Gonzalez Jr.,
Thank you. And your date of birth?
May 26, 1991.
Thank you. You have a warrant for violating your probation, and I'm appointing counsel to represent you. You have a probation arraignment with possible disposition set on September the 15th at 8:30 a.m. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. All right? So just go to your left to get your paperwork. Calvin West, please come to the podium. Justine Ramsey, please go to the chair. Hello, sir.
Hello.
Now, you have 3 cases before me today. Let's just go through them one by one. So, although actually, I just want to make sure that they all have the same name and date of birth. And so, yes, could you please state your full name?
Calvin Lee West Jr.,
All right, and your date of birth?
09/16/1994.
All right, and they do have the same name and date of birth. So, going with number 25, so that's 25, 26, and 28 on the calendar. Going to 25 first, it is warrant for violating your probation. I am appointing counsel to represent you. You have a probation revocation hearings set on September the 15th at 8:30 a.m., and you have a secured appearance bond in that case in the amount of $250. On your next case, it is a warrant for violating probation. I'm appointing counsel to represent you in that case as well. probation revocation hearings set on the same date and time, September the 15th at 8:30 a.m. Also, same thing, security appearance bond in the amount of $250. And on the last one, as same thing, is warrant for violating probation. I'm appointing counsel to represent you. And you again have probation revocation hearings set on the same date and time. And I am also again setting the same bond amount of $250. So it's a total of $750 for bond. All right?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Justine Ramsey, please come to the podium. Gavin Sadat, please go to the chair. Hello.
Hi.
Ms. Ramsey, could you please state your full name?
Justine Ramsey.
Your middle name is Louise?
Louise, Justine Louise Ramsey.
And your date of birth?
10/5/1978.
All right. Now, you are being charged with 1 count of taking the identity of another as a Class 4 felony and 9 counts of fraudulently using a credit card as a Class 6 felony. I did find that there was probable cause for these charges. I am appointing counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on September the 23rd at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on September the 25th at 8:30 a.m. And yes, actually in this case, I had initially set a pretty high bond actually, but the state's recommendation to me had wanted me to to release you on pretrial services.
Thank you.
And so I'm going to follow the state's recommendation.
Thank you.
And
is that like an OR?
no, well, what sort of OR?
Kind of.
Because yeah, you don't have to make bond.
Okay.
But you're going to need to follow this. You're going to get paperwork. It's an envelope, and it's pretrial services. So it's like the probation department, but it's before. It's like while you're going to need to stay in touch with them.
I got you.
Before
court.
Like while the case is pending.
Okay.
So they're going to make sure that that they stay in touch with you.
Okay.
Right? And they're going to just stay in touch with you and make sure that just make sure that you show up for court. And essentially, it's sort of like an OR, but you need to stay in touch with the pretrial services. Okay? All right. And then, of course, do not initiate contact with the alleged victims, and do not initiate contact with the arresting officers. Do not possess any weapons. Do not possess any drugs without a valid prescription. Do not drive a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. Make sure that you continue to provide the court with proof of your local address. Okay? Make sure you show up for court. All right? Okay. So you'll get your paperwork to your left. All right? Have a good day. Gavin Sadat, please come to the podium. David Muhapsa, please go to the chair. Hello, sir.
Hi.
Could you please state your full name
Yeah, Gavin Wayne Sadat,
and your date of birth?
07/24/1996.
Thank you. Now, you are being charged with 1 count of possessing or using a dangerous drug as a Class 4 felony and 1 count of possessing or using drug paraphernalia as a Class 6 felony. I did find probable cause for these charges. I am going to appoint counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on September the 23rd at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on September the 25th at 8:30 a.m. I am going to release you also on pretrial services. Okay, so did you hear what I said about pretrial services?
Yes.
The person? Okay, great. Then you're going to get your paperwork right here to the left.
Okay.
All right?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Good luck. David Muhata, please come to the podium. Christy Cook, please go to the chair. Hello, sir.
Hello.
Could you please state your name
David Mohoza,
and your date of birth?
January 1st, 1988.
Thank you. You are being charged with 1 count of aggravated DUI, with your license suspended or revoked for DUI as a Class 4 felony, and 1 count of DUI as a Class 1 misdemeanor. I did find that there was probable cause for those charges. I am going to be appointing counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on September the 23rd at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on September the 25th at 8:30 a.m. I'm going to release you on your own recognizance, basically on your promise to appear for court. Okay?
Okay.
So just make sure that you show up.
Okay.
So if you just go to your left, you'll get your paperwork.
You say when?
Yes, it is set on September the 23rd at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on September the 25th at 8:30 a.m. So you have a status conference and then a preliminary hearing. The information is going to be on your paperwork.
Okay,
all right?
thank you.
And you would also have a public defender, so there's information about how to contact your attorney. but they will most likely just, also talk to you when you get to court.
The court is gonna be over here or?
It's going to be at the South Tower, 175 West Madison Street.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Christy Cook, please come to the podium. Vicente Neri, please go to the chair. Hello.
Hi,
Could you
how are
please
you?
state your name?
Christy Cook.
Okay, and your middle name is Michelle?
Yes, ma'am.
Your date of birth?
3/18/1982.
Thank you. You're being charged with one count of aggravated assault as a Class 4 felony and one count of criminal damage as a Class 6 felony. I did find that there was probable cause for these charges. I'm appointing counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on September the 23rd at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on September the 25th at 8:30 a.m. And I'm going to be releasing you on pretrial services.
Okay.
So I don't know if you overheard what I was telling a couple of people earlier.
Can you explain that again?
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I don't know. I completely understand. Pretrial services is where you're going to be released, so you don't have to put forth bond.
Okay.
But you have to contact probation department, which is basically the pretrial services department, and the information is going to be in the paperwork that you're going to get when you're released. Or like right now, you're going to get that information. So there's a phone number. So you need to call them when you get released. That you need to stay in contact with them.
Okay.
And they're going to be monitoring you while the case is pending.
Right. Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
And they're also kind of supposed to try to help you out, that type of thing. And kind of let you know, when you're, to make sure that you know your next court date and stuff of that nature.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
Well, she still had some questions. I didn't think we were actually completely finished. So I just wanted to make sure that she understood. Okay, so also, though, in your situation, you may not reside at the same location as any alleged victim, nor go to the alleged victim's residence, even if you are an owner or renter of the residence, if you have a common residence with the victim, which I believe you do. Okay? So you must find alternative residence, and you must provide proof of that residence, of the new address, to the court at your next court date. You are allowed one civil standby with a law enforcement officer permitted to collect your belongings. Okay? All right. So you can just go to your left. Vicente Neri, please come to the podium. Abner Perez, please go to the chair. Hello, sir.
Hello.
Can you please state your full name?
Vicente Neri.
And I believe your middle name is Antonio?
Vicente Antonio Neri.
All right, and your date of birth?
10/25/01.
Thank you. And, sir, you are being charged with one count of criminal damage as a Class 6 felony. I did find that there was probable cause for those charges. And I am appointing counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on September the 23rd at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on September the 25th at 8:30 a.m. And I'm also releasing you on pretrial services. So, did you hear what I just told the person before you?
No.
Okay. So you're going to be getting an envelope. In it has a phone number for pretrial services. You need to contact them when you get released, okay? Because they're going to be they're supposed to be monitoring you when you're out of custody.
Okay.
All right. So just stay in touch with them, but also the main thing is just show up for court.
Okay. And when was my court date? Sorry.
Your next court date will be September the 23rd at 8:30 a.m. At the South Court Tower, and the address is in your paperwork.
Okay.
And do not initiate contact with the alleged victims. All right, the next thing is Abner Perez. Hello, sir.
Hi.
Could you please state your name?
Abner Reno Perez.
Thank you. And your date of birth?
October 23rd, 1999.
All right, now you are being charged with one count of possessing or using a narcotic drug as a Class 4 felony. Your offense date was from April 24th of 2022. I am appointing counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on September 23rd, this coming year at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on September the 25th at 8:30 a.m. I am going to release you on your own recognizance, on your promise to appear to court. Okay?
Okay,
So just show up for court.
okay.
All right. Wish you well. So just go to your
Thank
office
you
and
very
get your paperwork. All right, so Daniel Brown, we already did him, correct? That was number 22. He was being held without bond. Yes, we did him already. Okay, so the other house calls is just Tommy Cerna and Daniel Clay.
We just need to put Daniel Brown on the record.
Oh, I did need to put Daniel Brown on the, okay. Okay. The house calls are number 22, number 8, number 30, and number 19. For the house calls, Daniel Brown is at Lower Buckeye Jail. There's some sort of, outside, left the other information. Basically, Daniel Brown, number 22, number 8, number 30, and number 19, they are unable to be here due to behavioral issues or because of medical issues, and I will do them at the cells. For Mr. Brown, he is at Lower Buckeye Jail, and I've already done him on the phone. I will, and so I will do his right now. So number 22, Daniel James Brown, date of birth, September 9th, 1981. He has a warrant for a grand jury. And when at his date of violation, it was done while he was on felony release. So therefore, he has, the grand jury found probable cause. I am appointing counsel to represent him. He has an evidentiary hearing set on September the 15th at 1:30 p.m. and an original arraignment hearing set on September the 16th at 8:30 a.m. He is non-bondable because he's on felony release. And I confirmed that. I spoke with Commissioner Cawthorn as well because the pretrial services had him being released OR. Number 8 is Tommy Edward Cerna, date of birth, October the 5th, 1985. He has been charged with one count of possessing or using a narcotic. His charge is possessing or using drug paraphernalia is a class 6 felony. I'm appointing counsel to represent him. He has a status conference set on September 15th at 8:30 a.m. Preliminary hearing set on September the 17th at 8:30 a.m. His security appearance bond in the amount of $500. On his other case, number 30 on the docket, again, same name and date of birth. He has a warrant for violating probation. I'm appointing counsel to represent him. He has probation revocation hearings set on September the 15th at 8:30 a.m. and he has another security appearance bond in the amount of $500. On number 19, his name is Danielle Kalama Kalai, date of birth May 6th at 1993. He is being charged with one count of taking contraband into a correctional facility as a class 2 felony, one count of possessing or using a narcotic drug as a class 4 felony, one count of possessing or using dangerous drug as a class 4 felony, one count of possessing or using drug paraphernalia as a class 6 felony, one count of criminal trespassing in the 3rd degree as a class 3 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for these charges. I am going to appoint counsel to represent him. And then, yes, let me just verify. I do believe number 19, the recommendation was to release him on pretrial services. So I'm going to release him on pretrial services. Although I don't see it attached here, but I do remember that is why it's pretrial services. Okay, so I'll go to the details and do the house calls. If there are any changes, I will come back and do it on the FTR.
Hey, don't talk about me. This is all recorded. Don't talk about it. All right. All right.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. Have you done the, okay, great, okay. Good evening. This is the 8 p.m. initial appearance calendar for September the 8th, 2025. The court's orders for the taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of this month shall apply to all matters on this calendar. Oh, are there any listening? No. Okay. And just trying to think. Sorry. I'm going to use that to say something. Let's start. We'll just start with number 17, Raul Sandoval. Please come to the podium. Jason Nelson, please go to the chair at the door. Hello. And could you please tell me your name?
Raúl Jesús Sandoval,
Okay. And your date of birth?
3/13/94.
Thank you. Now you are being charged with one count of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon as a dangerous instrument is a class 3 felony, one count of aggravated assault, domestic violence, impeding breathing as a class 4 felony, one count of aggravated assault, domestic violence as a class 5 felony, one count of criminal damage as a class 1 misdemeanor, one count of disorderly conduct as a class 1 misdemeanor, one count of threatening and intimidating with injury or damage or damaging property as a class 1 misdemeanor, one count of preventing or interfering someone using a telephone during an emergency as a class 2 misdemeanor, and one count of assault as a class 3 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for these charges. I do not find that you are indigent, so therefore I'm not appointing counsel. You do have a status conference set on September the 12th at 8:30 a.m. You have a preliminary hearing set on September the 17th at 8:30 a.m. And now, because determining release conditions, because you are already on felony release, I am holding you without bond. That's just by law that I must. So therefore, because I'm holding you without bond, you have a right to have an evidentiary hearing based upon for the release conditions. So you have that. You have another court hearing set on September the 15th at 1:30 p.m.
So
you have 3 different court hearings.
Yeah.
A status conference on the 12th, an evidentiary hearing on the 15th, and a preliminary hearing set on the 17th.
So no, I don't have no bond, or?
You can't, you do not have a bond. You are being held without bond.
Okay.
Okay? So if you go to your left, you'll get your paperwork. Jason Nelson, please come to the podium. And Daniel Sanchez, please go to the chair. Okay, sir, and can you please state your name?
Kason Nelson.
And your middle name is Lamar?
Yes, ma'am.
And your date of birth, please?
February 20th, 2005.
Thank you. Now you have a warrant stemming from the grand jury, and you were found to have, so your charges were in R. 2 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon as class 3 felony, and 1 count of disorderly conduct with a weapon as a class 6 felony. As I stated, the grand jury did find probable cause. This incident for the date of violation is October 13th of 2024. I'm appointing counsel to represent you. You have an arraignment set on September the 16th at 8:30 a.m. and an evidentiary hearing set on the same date, September the 16th at 1:30 p.m. Oh, no, sorry. You have an evidentiary hearing set on September the 16th because I'm holding you without bond. So you have felony, because I also found that you were on felony release at the time of the incident. Okay? So if you go to your left, you'll get your paperwork. Daniel Sanchez, please come to the podium. Thomas Rodriguez, please go to the chair. Hello, sir. Okay, now, I might as well go to the same situation as the two before you, but you have actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cases. But I'll go to the one similar to the one that we just saw. Now, first, could you state your full name?
Daniel Lorenzo Sanchez, 21404.
All right, and actually, they all have the same name and date of birth. Yeah. And for the record, this is number 23, 24, 25, 26, and 27. But right now I'm going to take number 25 first. So you are being charged with 1 count of criminal trespassing in the first degree as a Class 6 felony. I am appointing counsel to represent you. You have a status conference. Oh, I did, yes, I don't know if I said, I did find probable cause. I'm appointing counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on September the 12th at 8:30 a.m., and you have a preliminary hearing set on September the 17th at 8:30 a.m. However, because you were on felony release, I have to hold you without bond, and because of that, you have a right to have an evidentiary hearing, and so that will be set on September the 15th at 1:30 p.m. Okay, so now going to number 23 on the docket, that is where, because you failed to show up for court, which was for 1 count of burglary in the 3rd degree and the Class 4 felony. You've got a warrant for that, and that is what number 23 is regarding. You have existing counsel. You have a status conference set on that case on September the 15th at 8:30, and a preliminary hearing set on that case on September the 17th at 8:30. You have a bond in that case in the amount of $500. On number 24, that is a warrant for violating your probation. And you have existing counsel. You have witness violation hearings set on September 15th at 8:30, and you have a security clearance bond in that case in the amount of $500. On number 26 on the docket, those charges are for 1 count of possessing or using narcotic drug as a Class 4 felony, 3 counts of prescription drug usage or possessing or using prescription drugs as a Class 1 misdemeanor, and 1 count of false reporting to a law enforcement as a Class 1 misdemeanor. The offense date on that one was June 1st of 2024. I am appointing counsel, but you may have existing counsel. You have probation violation hearings, so that was the underlying charges. But you have probation violation hearings set on September the 15th at 8:30 a.m., and the bond in that case is $500. On your last case, you have a warrant for violating your probation. I am appointing counsel to represent you. You have probation violations hearings set on the same date and time, September the 15th at 8:30, and the bond amount in that case, again, is $500. But you don't necessarily want to make bond when you are being held without bond on your new charges. Okay? Just go to your left to get your paperwork. Thomas Rodriguez, please come to the podium. Bobby V, please go to the chair. Hello, Mr. Rodriguez.
Hey.
Now, you have 2 cases before me, number 8 and number 9 on the docket. Could you please state your name?
Tomas Lopez Rodriguez,
All right, and your date of birth?
12/9/81.
And that is the same name and date of birth I have on the, actually I just have your first and last name for both cases, and I do have that date of birth on both cases. Okay? Now going to case number 8, it is an arrest warrant for 1 count of possessing or making prisoner contraband as a Class 5 felony. Because it was already a warrant for an arrest warrant, there was already probable cause made. I am appointing counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on September the 15th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on September the 17th at 8:30 a.m. And I am setting security clearance bond in the recommended amount on the arrest warrant for $5,000. And that is the same actually in the second case. Oh, it's just the arrest warrant for that, the The date of the offense in that case was December the 10th of 2020. In the other one, it is the same offense, the same charge, possessing or making contraband as a class 5 felony, but the offense date on this one was November the 22nd of 2020. But so I'm appointing counsel again to represent you. Status conference and preliminary hearing set for the same date and times, September the 15th at 8:30 a.m. and September the 17th at 8:30 a.m. Okay? Secured appearance bond in the same amount, $5,000. All right, if you go to your left, you'll get you that paperwork. Bobby V, please come to the podium. Sir, could you please state your name?
Bobby Lai.
Oh, Vi, I'm sorry.
Bobby Lai.
Vi?
Vi, V-I-E.
Yes, okay. And your date of birth?
January the 1st, 1982.
All right, now you have a warrant for violating your probation. I am appointing counsel to represent you. You have probation revocation hearings set on September the 15th at 8:30 a.m. and you have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $7,500. I'm just affirming the bond. So if you go to your left, you'll get that paperwork. Amanda Mumford, please come to the podium. Andre Jones, please go to the chair. Hello, sir. Okay, now you have 3 cases before me today. Now, and I believe I just decided to just do them all. Yeah. It looked to me as though it was kind of hard to tell what the bond amount was going to be, but then what I showed is what the last warrant bond was for each of them was $1,500. So I ended up just making them all $750. So you have the bond amount in each of them are $750, but let's just go to the top. We'll just start from fresh. So could you please state your name?
Amanda Mumford.
And your date of birth?
07/22/1995.
Did you say 75?
1995.
Okay, that's what I have is 95. And that's the same name and date of birth I have for each of these cases. And they're all warrants for violating your probation. So we have a warrant for violating your probation. I'm appointing counsel to represent you. You have a probation revocation arraignment hearing with possible disposition set on September the 15th at 8:30 a.m. And as I stated, it's a secured appearance bond in the amount of $750. If you do get released, be sure to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. I'm going to the next case, number 3 on the docket. It is a warrant for violating your probation. I'm appointing counsel to represent you. Your probation revocation hearings are set on the same date and time, September the 15th at 8:30 a.m. Oh, actually, I just said the secure appearance bond in this case just for the amount of $500. On your next case, it is a warrant for violating your probation, and probation revocation hearings set on the same date and time, September the 15th at 8:30 a.m. And I just set the secure appearance bond in the amount of $500. So it's $1,750. Okay? Just go to your left to get that paperwork. Andre Jones, please come to the podium. Karen Navarez, please go to the chair. Hello, sir. Can you please state your full name?
Andre Jones, A-U-N-D, Andre Jones.
Okay, I have Andre J. Omer Jones.
Andre.
Okay, Andre.
Yeah.
And date of birth?
6/8/91.
All right. Now I have a warrant for violating your probation that you have existing counsel, probation revocation arraignment hearings set on September the 15th at 8:30 a.m. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah, the last bond amount was back from 2023, so this is just right after. Like, you've had your case settled since then, correct?
Yeah.
Like back in 23, so so I think that's been,
probation.
so yeah, I don't believe it should be then 1,000, okay?
So I don't have any holds anymore, Your Honor?
Well, obviously you have the bond amount is $500, so you have to hold this, on this one, so yes.
Okay.
Okay, just go to your left and, yes, if you do get released, be sure to contact your probation officer within 72 hours.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Karen Navarez, please come to the podium. Tremaine Wheeler, please go to the chair. Hello.
Hi,
Can you please state your full name?
Karen Michelle Navarez,
Thank you. Can you give me your date of birth?
7/16/75.
Thank you. You have an arrest warrant from the date of the offense is April the 12th of 2025. I will be appointing counsel for you. You have a status conference set on September the 23rd at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing set on September the 25th at 8:30. I am going to release you on your own recognizance on this case. Okay, so that means, but I don't know, are you on probation?
Yes.
Yes, and I'm going to release you. When you do get released, be sure to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. Okay?
Okay.
That's on that one case, and then on the next case. Oh, yeah, they were just your probation officer were just suggesting just to release you with like a $10 bond, so I know that they were just saying that's fine with just being released to OR. So, then on your other case, it is also where it was an arrest warrant, and I am also this is also same thing, same name, same date of birth. It's a warrant for your arrest. I am appointing counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on September the 23rd at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on September the 25th at 8:30 a.m. I am going to be releasing you on your own recognizance on this case as well. Okay?
Okay.
Just go to your left. Could you not hear me? I'm sorry, do you need me to be louder? Do you want me to go over this again?
A little bit, please, because I couldn't hear you. I could in certain things you said, but not everything. I was like,
I'm sorry, I guess I had like a little bit of something that came through my throat. So, want me to go back to completely?
yes,
Or-
please. I'm
okay.
sorry about that.
So you have two cases, number 6 and number 35 on the docket. So let's go back to number 6. It's a warrant for your arrest. And it is the fact that you are being charged with count 1 of possession or use of narcotic drugs, and count 2 possession or use of drug paraphernalia. The count 1 is a class 4 felony, possession of use of narcotic drugs. Count 2 is possession or use of drug paraphernalia. Class 6 felony, it's a direct complaint. They were just requesting a $10 cash bond. That was, I think, mainly to make sure that you saw a judge. So because of that, I'm releasing you on your own recognizance. That's on your promise to appear for court.
Okay.
Okay? So you're just going to have to you can just show up for court. So you don't have to put up a bond. But your next court date, I am appointing counsel to represent you, and your next court date will be a status conference on September the 23rd at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on September the 25th at 8:30 a.m. Your other case is very similar. It's you are being charged with 1 count of, again, possession or use of narcotic drug as a class 4 felony, and 1 count of possession or use of drug paraphernalia as a class 6 felony. The date of the offense on this one is March 4th of 2025. I'm appointing counsel again. Your status conference and preliminary hearing are the same dates as on your other case, September the 23rd at 8:30 a.m., September the 25th at 8:30 a.m., and again, I'm releasing you on your own recognizance.
Okay.
Okay,
Now I
promise
gotcha.
to appear for court.
Okay.
No problem. I just want to make sure that you understand what what your charges are and where you're supposed to be.
Okay.
So make sure you show up for court. That's
Oh,
the
I
same
will.
thing.
I'll be here.
Okay.
Thank
Remember
you.
though, it's at 175 West Madison Street. That's the South Tower.
Okay.
Okay, so it's not at the ITR.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay. Have a good day. Tremaine Willer, please come to the podium. Juliana Tovar, please go to the chair. Hello, sir. Can you please state your full name?
Tremaine Wheeler.
Okay, and your middle name is Jamil?
Jamil, yes.
And your date of birth?
November 25th, 1999.
Thank you. And you have a case that is a new city case for Peoria Municipal Court. It is 1 count of criminal damage as a misdemeanor and 1 count of disorderly conduct as a misdemeanor. I am not appointing counsel, but you have an arraignment set on September the 29th at 9 a.m., and you are to be released on your own recognizance. Okay, so you just go to your left or get your paperwork. Be sure to contact the court. My understanding is that in Peoria, they like you to appear telephonically for the arraignments only. The pretrial conferences, they like you to appear in person, but for the arraignments, they like you to appear telephonically. Yes.
I don't want to do this. I don't want to sound stupid. But first, what is an arraignment?
Arraignment is where you would plead guilty or not guilty.
Okay. And then the second thing is, you said that the arraignment was over the phone?
I would say contact the court. I would honestly say even show up there, because you can even call the court on the phone in their lobby, okay? But, because you do not want a warrant, okay? So, but I would say, so just maybe even call them. Just say, hey, look, because the thing is, I'm a judge pro tem, I'm a part-time judge for them as well, and I know that when I did it, but I have not been there since the new year, so they could change their policies.
Okay.
That's why I'm saying I don't know for sure.
Okay.
I do know that when I worked there on December 31st of the 2024, they had their arraignments by telephone, but they could have changed their policies.
Okay.
So I would say contact the court.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
You do not want a warrant, so you need to make sure you show up. Hello. Okay, so could you please state your name?
Juliana Tovar,
Thank you. Your date of birth?
5/21/04.
Thank you. Now, you have a new municipal court case out of Goodyear Municipal Court, and you are being charged with 1 count of assault as a class 1 misdemeanor and 1 count of disorderly conduct as a misdemeanor out of that court. And I am not appointing counsel for you. You have an arraignment on September the 24th at 1 p.m., and I'm going to release you also on your own recognizance, okay? So on your promise to appear for court. Okay. There, you need to show up for court in person.
Okay. Okay. I will. Thank you.
All right, bye-bye. Okay, Nicholas Randall Bingham, please come to the podium. Taylor Martin, please go to the chair. Hello? No, right now we're looking for Nicholas Bingham to come to the podium. Nicholas Bingham to the chair. Nicholas Bingham to the podium. If you're Taylor Martin, you need to go to the chair.
No, it's Nicholas Caswell.
No, Nicholas Randall Bingham is to come to the podium.
We don't have another Nicholas here. I believe he's the wrong.
You know, they brought the wrong Nicholas?
I don't see another Nicholas on the docket.
No. So the Nicholas that I have for me to use is from booking number G205191. Is that a different person?
Nicholas Caswell is on the 11 p.m. docket.
Oh, yes.
Okay. But we need Nicholas Bingham. Do you have Nicholas Bingham or no?
Yeah, you should be.
Okay, great. Okay, sir.
Hey,
Thank you. Can you please state your full name?
Nicholas Bingham, 0689.
All right, and your middle name is Randall?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, and you are being charged with 1 count of possessing or using narcotic drug as a Class 4 felony, 1 count of criminal trespassing as a Class 3 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for these charges. I am going to appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. You have a status conference set on September the 23rd at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on September the 25th at 8:30 a.m. I am going to release you on what's called pretrial services. So you're going to end up getting an envelope where it has information that has your attorney's phone number. It also has pretrial services phone number. So call them so that they're going to be supervising you while you're out of custody. Okay? So yes, you can just go to your left here and get your paperwork.
Thank you.
Taylor Martin, please come to the podium.
Hello.
Hello. Can you please state your name?
Yes, Taylor William Martin,
Your date of birth?
9/27/2000.
Thank you. You are being charged with 1 count of burglary in the 3rd degree, unlawful entry as a Class 4 felony. I did find there was probable cause for that offense. You have a status conference set on September the 23rd at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on September the 25th at 8:30 a.m. And I'm going to release you on your own recognizance.
Awesome.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Just go to your left. Oh, wait a minute. Why did... That was... Hold on. Because that's a mistake. I apologize because I'm...
No, you're okay.
Let me just take a look at this again because I think that was an accident. Yeah. I apologize. I know that you're like, wait a minute, yay, I'm getting out. But
Yeah, I don't have a record, so I just assumed.
the pretrial services was recommending OR, and I don't think I had anything differently from the prosecutors, so I will just leave it OR.
Okay.
I think that my first thought was to give you something differently, but I will just leave it as is.
Well, thank you so
Okay.
much, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right. Just make sure you keep showing up for court.
Yes, ma'am.
Williams Dunstan, please come to the podium. Sierra Leonard, please go to the chair. Oh yeah, I remember yours is just a... Okay, sir, can you please state your full name?
William Robert Dunstan III,
All right, and your date of birth?
2988.
All right. Now, you'll be in charge with 1 count of artifice, intent, facilitation of shoplifting as a Class 4 felony. I did find that there's probable cause. I am going to appoint counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on September the 23rd at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on September the 25th at 8:30 a.m. And I'm going to release you on your own recognizance.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Go ahead and take a seat up there in the back.
Sierra Leonard, please come to the podium. Timothy Hall, please go to the chair. Hello. Could you please state your full name?
Sierra Elizabeth Leonard,
Thank you, and your date of birth?
February 4th, 95.
Thank you. You have a warrant for violating your probation, and I am appointing counsel to represent you. You have a probation revocation hearing set on September the 15th at 8:30 a.m., and I am actually, affirming the bond in the amount of $750. And if you do get released, be sure to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. Okay, just go to your left and get your paperwork.
Thank you.
Timothy Hall, please come to the podium. Hello, could you please state your name?
Timothy Hall.
And your middle name is Evans?
Yes.
And your date of birth?
September 9th, 1990.
Thank you. You are being charged with one count of possessing narcotic drugs for sale, which I did not find probable cause for, but you did find, I did find probable cause for the next 2 counts, which is 1 count of possessing or using narcotic drugs as a class 4 felony and 1 count of possessing or using dangerous drugs as a class 4 felony. So as I stated, I did not find probable cause for the possession of narcotic drugs for sale, but it doesn't dismiss the charges. I don't have that power. All I can do, it is for me to be able to see if I find probable cause, I need to be able to determine release conditions. So if I found no probable cause for all of them, I would just have to release you, okay? But it doesn't dismiss any of the charges. It doesn't get rid of the court dates. So it's just that I can still determine release conditions, okay? All right, so I am finding the probable cause as of the, the 2 plain possession charges. I am appointing counsel to represent you because you still have to fight the sale charge as well. You have a status conference set on September the 23rd at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on September the 25th at 8:30 a.m. And I'm going to be releasing you on your own recognizance. Okay, so just go to your left look at your paperwork. Javier Munoz, please come to the podium. Shauna Manning, please go to the chair. Oh, let me just make sure that this is the one that, yeah, okay. Sir, could you please state your full name?
Javier Munoz,
And your date of birth?
October 2nd, 2002.
All right. Now you have a new case out of Buckeye Municipal Court. You have 1 count of threatening or intimidating with injuries or damage to property as a class 1 misdemeanor. I do not find indigency, so I'm not appointing counsel. You have an arraignment set on September the 23rd at 2 p.m. I am going to be releasing you on your own recognizance. However, you are not to initiate contact with the alleged victim. You are not to have, and also I have that you are to not have contact with the victim. You may not reside with at the same location as any alleged victim, nor go to the alleged victim's residence, even if you're an owner or renter of the residence. If you have common residence with the victim, you must find alternative residence, and you must provide proof of an address to the court at your next court date. Do you understand that?
Okay.
Okay. You are allowed 1 civil standby with a law enforcement officer permitted to collect some belongings. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So if you just go to your left to get your paperwork.
All right.
Shauna Manning, please come to the podium. Tyler Schwarzenberg, please go to the chair. Okay. Hello, Shauna.
Hello.
Could you please state your full name?
Shauna Nicole Adele Manning,
Okay, thank you. And you have a date of birth, please?
11/7/1979.
All right. Now, I noticed that on yours that you have a probation officer, and on, I know that she page-2'd you on a couple of things, but it was to where just to have you OR'd, but that she would continue to supervise you. Okay? So that is what I've done. So let me just go through. You have actually 1, 2, 3, 4 cases.
4 cases.
Yes. So let's go to the Justice Court one first. Okay?
Okay.
So you have a warrant out of El Centro Justice Court. That is 1 count of criminal trespassing in the 3rd degree as a class 3 misdemeanor. I'm not appointing counsel at this time. You can always ask for counsel when you go to court if you wanted to do so. You have an arraignment set on September the 25th at 8:30 a.m., but I'm releasing you OR on that case. All right?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, on your new charges, so number 30 on the docket, oh, and just for the record, number 30, 31, 32, and 33, they all have the same name and date of birth. And could you, I think you said it, but let's just say it again.
11/7/79.
Yes, and then that was Shauna Nicole Manning, correct?
Shauna Nicole Del Manning, yes, ma'am.
All right. So, going back to number 30, it is a new case for Superior Court. You are being charged with one count of possessing or using dangerous drugs as a Class 4 felony, and one count of possessing or using drug paraphernalia as a Class 6 felony. I did find probable cause for these charges. I am going to appoint counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on September the 23rd at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on September the 25th at 8:30 a.m. And I'm going to be releasing you on your own recognizance, and I'm going to, however, I'm putting in that you are to be supervised by your assigned field probation officer.
Yes, ma'am.
Then on number 32 and number 33, you were page 2 for violating your probation because you committed a new crime.
Oh, okay.
Okay? So on each of those, it looks as though you have existing counsel. I can't tell you. Do you have existing counsel or no?
I don't know.
Okay, Ben, you know what? I think that because you now have page 2, like new charges, I think I need to actually appoint a counsel. I just realized it, so let me change that.
Ma'am, why are you keeping me?
So I'm changing number 11 and number 33 to appoint counsel. Oh, I think I already did actually appoint counsel on number 33, so I'm just doing it on number 11.
I'm sorry, 11?
Yeah, I think I did not do it on number 11. 11 hadn't been appointed. Or at least for Shauna Manning. For the person in front of me right now? Oh. Okay, if it has appointed counsel, did I have Maricopa County Public Defender's Office for her?
For number 30.
Okay, what about number 31 and number 11 and number 33? Do I have her appointed on all of them? That's what I'm trying to do right now.
All of them, yes, except 31.
Okay. Oh, obviously that's Justice Court, I can't. Yeah. Okay, then I thought I hadn't. Okay. Then if we don't have to change paperwork, then we don't have to do it. Okay. Well, that's what I was trying to do. So I want to make sure that you're appointed counsel, and I am releasing you on your own recognizance so we're on number 33 right now. I'm appointing counsel. Your probation revocation hearings are on September the 15th at 8:30 a.m. And I'm releasing you on your own recognizance. Okay? All right, so we are good there. So then we just have one more person to do in this courtroom, then I gotta go.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I understand. And I want to definitely make sure. And I want to make sure that she's definitely gone before I start this other gentleman. Oh, darn it. I do, however, like having a standing bench. I was doing surprise last week, and I'm like, I had to sit down, and I'm like, why can't I stand?
Didn't call you.
Can we have them come in now or no?
Oh, yeah, you ready?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I just want to wait.
Well, no, I just also want to make sure that it's completely cleared out.
Yeah, I was just gonna wait, make sure you're ready for it.
Is there nobody else out there?
Nobody else.
Can we still close that door just to make sure that it's,
Yeah, okay, of course.
more private? Thank you. Okay. And so, let's see. And I believe you are Tyler Schwarzenberg?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, could you please state your full name
Tyler Allen Schwarzenberg, Your Honor.
and your date of birth?
June 23rd, 1997.
All right. Now, you are being charged with 6 counts of sexual exploitation of a minor as a Class 2 felony. I did find that there was probable cause for these charges. I am going to appoint counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on September the 15th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on September the 17th at 8:30 a.m. I am going to set a secured appearance bond in the amount of $150,000. You are not to initiate contact with the alleged victims. You are not to initiate contact with the arresting officers. You're not to have any contact with any minors. Do you have any, like, children or anything?
I do not.
Okay. You're also not, you're prohibited from accessing the internet through any electronic means except for work or school. You're not to possess any weapons. And that's essentially not to possess any drugs without a valid prescription, not to drive a motor vehicle without a valid license. And of course, be sure to provide the court with proof of your local address. All right. So if you just go to your left, you'll get your paperwork.
All right. You said the 15th and the 17th?
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yes, I need to put them on the record. Sorry. I know I have to do them. I guess I just forgot to put them on the record. I did it earlier. Let me get back into the system. I almost got out completely. Glad I'm not out completely. Okay. 8 p.m. Let's see. Okay. Now we do have house calls. So let's just start with these. The house calls are number 12, 8, 21, and 34. They're unable, well, Mr. Jackson has 21 and 34. They're unable to come here because of behavioral issues. If for some reason, when I go and I do their initial appearances at their cells and they need to be changes, I will come back and make those changes on the record. So, starting with number 12, Hezron Ram Roop, date of birth, July 31st, 1970. He is being charged with 1 count of aggravated assault as a Class 3 felony, 1 count of disorderly conduct using a weapon or dangerous instrument as a Class 6 felony. I did find probable cause. I did not have enough information to be able to determine indigency at this time. I am setting a status conference set for September the 15th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set for September the 17th at 8:30 a.m. and a secured appearance bond in the amount of $100,000. Oh, you know what? I didn't do it because I thought that I would talk to him to find out about his work situation. Oh, wait a minute, here's financial profile. Oh, just nothing was answered. You know what? I'm just gonna appoint counsel. Okay, so we'll just need to have the correct paperwork. I think that it's, especially since he's has such a high bond, he's got obviously problems. I want to make sure that he has counsel when he has court next setting. Okay, so I've set a secured appearance bond in the amount of $100,000. He has a status conference set at September the 15th at 8:30 and preliminary hearing set at September 17th, and I have now set appointed counsel. All right, going to number 18 on the docket, Kayla Cunningham. Kayla Joy Cunningham, date of birth September the 9th, 2001. She has an arrest warrant. The probable cause has already been made. The charges are 1 count of possessing or using dangerous drugs as a Class 4 felony and 1 count of possession or using drug paraphernalia as a Class 6 felony. I am appointing counsel to represent her. Status conference set on September the 15th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on September the 17th at 8:30 a.m. and setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $750. Willis Jackson is the next person with number 21 and 34 on the docket. Starting with number 21, name is Willis Leroy Jackson, date of birth May 1st, 1978. New charges of 1 count of aggravated assault on a first responder, Class 5 felony, 1 count of resisting arrest as a Class 6 felony, 1 count of driving with a suspended license as a misdemeanor, 1 Class 1 misdemeanor, 1 count of knowingly or displaying fictitious plates as a misdemeanor, identifying probable cause. I am appointing counsel to represent him. Status conference set on September the 15th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on September the 17th at 8:30 a.m. I'm setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $1,000 on that case. On his other case, again, his name is Willis Leroy Jackson, date of birth May 1st, 1978. He has a warrant out of Justice Court for Encanto Justice Court. He has 1 count of driving in a suspended license as a misdemeanor. I am appointing counsel to represent him because he has cash-only appearance bond. I am appointing him only in regards to the bond issue, that is a bond amount of $250. Okay, and that is the bottom. So as I stated, that if there are any changes made, I will come back and make those changes on the FTR. This hearing is adjourned.
All right. Please be seated. All right, this is the 11 p.m. calendar for September the 8th, 2025. The court's orders regarding the taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of the month remain in effect for all of these matters. All right, we're going to proceed in the following manner. We're going to call 2 people at a time. The first person will stand up at the podium. The second person will sit in the chair by the door. The first person we're going to see this morning is Juan Lopez Villarreal. He'll be followed by Thomas Beard, something like that. Sir, please state your name and date of birth.
My name is Juan Manuel Lopez Villarreal. My date of birth is 10/24/2000.
Okay. So you're here on a grand jury warrant. The grand jury has indicted you on the charges of possession of narcotic drugs for sale, Class 2 felony, and assisting a criminal syndicate, a Class 4 felony. The court at this point has found you to be indigent. It's ordered appointing the public defender to represent you. The grand jury, when they issued the warrant, set a bond in the amount of $10,000. I'm affirming the $10,000 secured appearance bond. If you post the bond, you're not to initiate contact with any arresting officers. You're not to possess any drugs without a valid prescription or drive without a valid driver's license. You're to continue to reside at an address you provide the court. You must submit to fingerprinting. Your next court date on this case will be an arraignment hearing, a not guilty arraignment hearing on September the 16th at 8:30 in the downtown Superior Court. Do you have any questions, sir?
Yes.
Go ahead.
For the bond, is it 10,000 or do I pay a percentage or how does that work?
It's a $10,000 secured bond, so you can go through a bonding company. Generally, they require 10% plus some type of collateral. It's not a cash-only bond.
Okay.
Okay? The officer will give you some paperwork,
Thank you.
sir. Thomas Baird, followed by Omar Montano. Sir, please state your name and date of birth.
Thomas Beard, November 11th, 1983.
Thank you, sir. Sir, you're here on 3 separate cases. First, number 4 on the calendar is a warrant out of the White Tank Justice Court on the charge of extreme DUI. The court has found you to be indigent. It's ordered appointing the public defender to represent you on that case. On this case, there's a secured appearance bond set in the amount of $750. That bond is pursuant to Rule 6.1B1C. If you post the bond, you're going to have bond on all 3 cases. You're not to initiate contact with any arresting officers, no drugs without a valid prescription, no driving without a valid driver's license. You to continue to provide court proof of your local address. Your next court date on this case will be an arraignment hearing on September the 11th at 8:30 in the White Tank Justice Court. Number 5 on the calendar is from the Surprise Municipal Court, a charge of disorderly conduct. It's another warrant. The court's found you to be indigent. The municipal court in Surprise will appoint counsel for the next court date, also pursuant to Rule 6.1. On this case, there's been a secured appearance bond set in the amount of $500. The release conditions are exactly the same. Your court date on this case is an arraignment hearing on September the 16th at 1:30 in the Surprise Municipal Court. Lastly, you have a Superior Court warrant on the charge of possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony. Ordered appointing the public defender to represent you. Your bond on this case is $250. The other release conditions are the same. Your next court date on this is a status conference in the downtown Superior Court on September the 15th at 8:30 with a possible preliminary hearing on September the 17th at 8:30. Do you have any questions about these 3 cases, sir? Okay, thank you, sir. The officer will give you some paperwork. Mr. Montano will be followed by Nicholas Caswell. Sir, please tell me your name and date of birth.
Omar Montano Duarte, December 1st, 1992.
Okay, sir, you're here on 2 cases. The first is a new charge in the 2025 matter number 15 of criminal trespass in the first degree. It's a Class 6 felony. The court has found you to be indigent. It's ordered appointing the public defender to represent you. The court has found probable cause as to the charge. Because you were on release for another felony when this occurred, you're not entitled to bond. Until this case is resolved, you'll be held without bond because you were on felony release. If that changes, you're not to initiate contact with any arresting officers, no drugs without a valid prescription, no driving without a valid driver's license. You're to continue to provide court proof of your local address. Your next court date on this case will be a status conference on September the 12th at 8:30. in the downtown Superior Court. There'll also be an evidentiary hearing to determine whether or not you should continue to be held non-bondable. That will be on September the 15th at 1:30. Next, you have the case that you're on, warrant status for number 16. It's charge of possessing narcotic drugs and dangerous drugs, class 4 felony, drug paraphernalia, class 6 felony. The public defender has already been appointed to represent you on that case. On that case, there's a secured appearance bond of $500. The release conditions are otherwise the same as far as no drugs without a valid prescription. Continue to reside at an address you provide the court. Your next court date on that case is a status conference on September the 12th at 8:30 in the downtown Superior Court. Do you have any questions about these two cases, sir?
No.
Okay, so you can step back. Mr. Caswell will be followed by Daniel Carpio Vasquez. Sir, your name
Nicholas Caswell,
and your date of birth.
4/26/79.
Thank you, sir. Sir, you're here on three separate cases. Number 7 on the calendar is a probation violation for class 6 felony. At this point, it's ordered appointing the public defender to represent you. On this case, the judge set a bond in the amount of $500. I'm affirming that. If you post the bond, you're not to initiate contact with any arresting officers, you're not to possess any weapons, you're not to possess any drugs without a valid prescription, or drive without a valid driver's license. You're to continue to provide court proof of your local address, and you're to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. Your next court date on this case will be a probation revocation, possible disposition hearing on September the 15th at 8:30 in the downtown Superior Court. Number 8 on the calendar is another probation violation matter for class 4 felony. Once again, the public defender is appointed to represent you. Bond in this case is also $500. The release conditions are otherwise exactly the same as is your court date of September the 15th at 8:30. Lastly, number 9 is the last probation violation for a class 6 felony. Once again, the public defender is appointed to represent you. Bond is also $500. The release conditions are exactly the same as is your court date of September the 15th at 8:30. Do you have any questions, sir? All right, thank you, sir. Mr. Carpio Vasquez will be followed by Richard Mills. Sir, state your name, please.
Daniel Carpio Vasquez,
And your date of birth.
12/23/02.
All right, sir, you're here on two cases. We'll take number 23 first. That's a probation violation. It's a class 4 felony. It's order appointing the public defender to represent you. On this case, there's a secured appearance bond that's been set in the amount of $250. If you post the bond, you're not to initiate contact with any arresting officers, you're not to possess any weapons, you're not to possess any drugs without a valid prescription or drive without a valid driver's license. You're to continue to reside at an address you provide the court, you're to contact your probation officer within 72 hours of your release. Your next court date in this case will be a probation revocation, possible disposition hearing on September the 15th at 8:30 in the downtown Superior Court. Number 22 is a new case. The police arrested you and wanted charges of theft, a class 4 felony, and criminal damage, a class 5 felony. Based upon the information I was provided by the police, I was not able to find probable cause. That does not mean the case is going to disappear. It just means based upon the evidence I have today, I don't have enough evidence to hold you on this case. So in this case, you're going to be released on your own recognizance. I have appointed the public defender to represent you. Your next court date on this case will be a status conference on September the 23rd at 8:30 with a possible preliminary hearing on September the 25th at 8:30 in the downtown Superior Court. The court dates will be on the paperwork that the officer will give you. Do you have any questions, sir?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, you can step over there, sir. Mr. Mills will be followed by Samuel Harrison. Sir, please tell me your name and date of birth.
Richard Mills, 1/193.
Thank you, sir. Sir, you're here on a Superior Court probation violation warrant on a class 4 felony. The court has appointed the public defender to represent you. On this case, the judge set a cash bond of $500 on your case. If you post the bond, you're not to contact any arresting officers, you're not to possess any drugs without a valid prescription or drive without a valid driver's license. You're to continue to provide an address with the court. Your next court date on this case is a revocation arraignment, possible disposition hearing on September the 15th at 8:30. Do you have any questions, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you, sir. Samuel Harrison, be followed by Nolan Sullivan. Sir, your name, please,
Samuel Harrison,
and your date of birth, sir.
March 8, 2005.
Thank you, sir. Sir, you're here on two cases. Number 21 on the calendar is a new charge of unlawful flight from a law enforcement vehicle. It's a Class 5 felony. The court has found probable cause as to that count. The court has found you to be indigent at this point, appointing the public defender to represent you. On this case, there's been a secured appearance bond set in the amount of $1,500. If you post the bond, you're not to initiate contact with any arresting officers, you're not to possess any weapons, you're not to possess any drugs without a valid prescription or drive without a valid driver's license. You're to continue to provide court proof of your local address, and you're to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. Your next court date on this case is a status conference on September the 15th at 8:30, with a possible preliminary hearing on September the 17th at 8:30. Number 29 on the calendar is the probation violation matter. On this case, it's also appointed the public defender to represent you. On this case, it's a secured appearance bond of $250. Other than that, the release conditions are the same. Your court date is slightly different. It's a probation revocation arraignment hearing on September the 16th at 8:30 in the downtown Superior Court. Do you have any questions, sir?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. Sullivan will be followed by Norshell Reed. Sir, your name, please,
Nolan Sullivan,
and your date of birth, sir.
October 11, 2002.
All right, sir, you're here on two cases. Number 13 on the calendar is a probation violation warrant for a Class 4 felony. The court has appointed the public defender to represent you. There's a secured appearance bond set in this case in the amount of $250. If you post the bond, you're not to initiate contact with any arresting officers, you're not to possess any weapons, you're not to possess any drugs without a valid prescription or drive without a valid driver's license. You're to continue to provide court proof of your local address. You're to contact the probation officer within 72 hours of your release. Your next court date on this case is a probation revocation arraignment, possible disposition hearing on September the 15th at 8:30 in the downtown Superior Court. Number 14 is another probation violation matter. On this case, there's also a secured appearance bond set in the amount of $250. The release conditions are exactly the same as is your court date of September the 15th. Do you have any questions, sir?
Is that both cases will be settled on the 15th?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right, so you can step back over there. Ms. Reed will be followed by Jessica Mendoza Carroll. Please state your name and date of birth.
Norshell Reed,
And your date of birth.
7/21/87.
Okay, ma'am, you're here on a probation violation warrant for a Class 3 felony. The court has appointed the public defender to represent you. The judge, when he issued the probation violation warrant, set a bond of $5,000. It's a secured appearance bond, which I'm affirming. If you post the bond, you're not to initiate contact with any arresting officers. You're not to possess any weapons. You're not to possess any drugs without a valid prescription or drive without a valid driver's license. You're to continue to provide court proof of your local address, and you're to contact your probation officer within 72 hours of your release. Your next court date will be probation revocation arraignment, possible disposition hearing on September the 15th at 8:30 in the downtown Superior Court. Do you have any questions, ma'am?
No.
Okay, you can step back over here. The officer will give you some paperwork.
Okay.
Ms. Mendoza Carroll will be followed by Randall Burkaw. Ma'am, step up to the podium, please, and tell me your name and date of birth.
Jessica Mendoza Carroll, 7/15/94.
All right. Ma'am, you're here on two cases, the first of which is a criminal trespass, Class 6 felony. The court has found you to be indigent. It's ordered appointing the legal defender to represent you on this case. On this case, I'm going to release you to pretrial services. You won't have to post a bond in order to do that. You just need to keep in contact with them and follow their directions, all right? You'll be given an envelope with information about how to contact pretrial services. I'm going to go over some of the release conditions with you. You're not to return to the scene of alleged crime. You're not to have initiated any contact with any arresting officers. You're not to possess any drugs without a valid prescription or drive without a valid driver's license. You're to continue to provide court proof of your local address. Your next court date on this case is a status conference on September the 23rd at 8:30 in the downtown Superior Court with a possible preliminary hearing on September the 25th. But the court date you need to worry about is September the 23rd. Your other case, number 25 on the calendar, is a Superior Court arrest warrant on the charges of possessing narcotic drugs, Class 4 felony, and drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony. Once again, it's ordered appointing a legal defender to represent you. Once again, you're going to be released to pretrial services, so you just need to keep in contact with them. Your next court date, the release conditions are otherwise exactly the same. Your next court date is September the 23rd on this case as well. So make sure you contact pretrial services when you get out. Make sure you make your court date on September the 23rd. Do you have any questions? No. Okay, you can step back over there, man. Randall Burkaw will be followed by Tommy Tillman. Sir, please tell me your name and date of birth.
Randall Taylor Burkhoff, 4/3/1991.
All right, so you're charged with one count of criminal damage, a Class 5 felony. The court has found probable cause as to that count. The court has found you to be indigent at this point and appointing the public defender to represent you. I'm going to release you to pretrial services. You just need to keep in contact with them and follow their directions, but you won't have to post a bond in order to get out. You're not to return to the scene of alleged crime. You're not to initiate contact with any arresting officers. You're not to possess any drugs without a valid prescription or drive without a valid driver's license. You're to continue to provide court proof of your local address. Your next court date will be a status conference on September the 23rd at 8:30 in the downtown Superior Court with a possible preliminary hearing on September the 25th. Very important you contact pretrial services when you get out. You'll have an envelope with the directions on how to do that, and you make your court date on September the 23rd. Do you have any questions, sir?
So you're going to let me go?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. The officer will give you some paperwork.
Thank you.
Tommy Tillman. Sir, state your name, please.
Tommy Tillman, 3/12/89.
Thank you, sir. Sir, you're on a probation violation for Class 6 felony. The court's found you to be indigent. It's ordered appointing the public defender to represent you. So I'm going to release you on your own recognizance, but it's very important you make your court date, or you're going to be in custody on a much higher bond. You understand that?
Yeah.
All right, so you're released on your own recognizance. You're not to initiate contact with any arresting officers. You're not to possess any weapons. You're not to possess any drugs without a valid prescription or drive without a valid driver's license. You're to continue to reside in an address you provide the court, and you're to contact your probation officer within 72 hours of your release. Your next court date will be a probation revocation arraignment possible disposition hearing on September the 15th at 8:30 in the downtown Superior Court. That date will be on the paperwork you'll be given. Do you have any questions, sir?
No, sir.
All right, step right over there, sir. Juan Ane Hugh. All right, do we have an interpreter on the line?
Yes. Yes.
All right. You can begin interpreting now.
Okay.
Sir, please tell me your name, sir.
Señor, por favor, dígame su nombre.
Juan Anayo.
All right. What is your date of birth?
¿Cuál es su fecha de nacimiento?
Es el 22 de junio de 2002.
June 22 of 2022. Of 2022.
I think 2002. Okay.
Del
So you're
2002.
charged.
Sí.
Yes. 2002.
So you're charged with reckless driving and criminal speeding, both misdemeanor offenses.
¿Ok? Se le acusa de conducción imprudente y exceso de velocidad, ambos delitos menores.
You're not entitled to court-appointed counsel because of the nature of the charges.
No tiene derecho a un abogado designado por el tribunal debido a la naturaleza de los cargos.
I am going to release you on your own recognizance.
Voy a liberarlo bajo su propia responsabilidad.
You are not to initiate contact with any of the arresting officers.
No debe iniciar contacto con ninguno de los oficiales que lo arrestaron.
You are not to possess any drugs without a valid prescription.
No debe poseer ningún medicamento de ninguna droga sin una receta médica válida.
You are not to drive without a valid driver's license.
No debe conducir sin una licencia de conducir válida.
And you to continue to provide court with proof of your local address.
Y usted debe continuar presentando al tribunal pruebas de su dirección actual.
Your next court date will be an arraignment hearing in the Desert Ridge Justice Court on September the 29th at 1:30.
Su próxima cita judicial será una audiencia de lectura de cargos en el Tribunal de Justicia de Desert Ridge el 29 de septiembre a la 1:30.
Do you have any questions, sir?
¿Tiene alguna pregunta, señor?
No, sí.
All right. You can step over there and the officer will give you some paperwork. All right, thank you very much for interpreting for me.
Le ofrecen le darán algunos documentos.
Okay, thank you very much, madam.
You're welcome. Thank you for calling Lionbridge for your language needs.
All right, the two house calls, Robert Vargas, the court's inclination is a bond in the amount of $5,000. Dunn, the court's inclination on number 26 is a bond of $7,500. On number 27, a bond of $1,000. If the court does not follow its inclinations after the house calls, the court will come back on the record and make any noted changes. We'll be off the record while I work on a search warrant, or two search warrants.